The Minecraft world presents itself with a lot of opportunities to humiliate yourself, preferably when nobody else is watching. It's no lie that there are hundreds of ways to screw up from time to time, but in this video, we count down the top 5 most foolish mistakes players make in Minecraft. And after receiving information from the player base, we have our list. I think it's safe to say, pretty much everyone has got their hands on TNT by now. And most who have would say it's rather fun to play around with. Whether you're blowing up some land in survival to make way for construction, griefing someone else's builds, or simply just want to see the world burn, it's best not to make a fool out of yourself while doing it. You'd think that the one who places down the TNT would at least know the probable dangers, when simple precautions are not taken, like knowing where a safe distance to stand from the blast is, or walking to a safe distance whilst you're holding an item that can set off the TNT. Deaths, crashed games, and embarrassment await. All parents tell their kids as they grow up, careful, accidents do happen, and they were not wrong, but if you're going to play the fool for a moment, at least make sure nobody is watching. Adventuring across the lands in Minecraft is one of the many things that make this game a wonderful experience. Whether you're trekking across vast deserts or descending down endless corners in a cave system, it's usually a good idea to remember the direction you came from. Getting lost is something that's happened to all of us at least once. Most of us don't like to admit it, but that doesn't make it any less shameful when we have to spend an eternity tracing back our steps. There are a huge number of precautions one can take to make sure they find their way back to base as stress-free as possible. But I guess sometimes some of us just can't be bothered to take these extra measures and leave it all to chance. It's that moment when we look behind us and say in our heads, "Oh, that's new." So we begin to walk back until we take a wrong turn, and henceforth begins the new adventure of trying to recapture our bearings. Not a minute goes by from this point onwards that the thought of regret and confusion is being constantly reminded to us until we eventually find our way back. That is, if we do ever find our way back. It's not like we don't know what happens if we hang around too long. We know what awaits us if we decide to ignore our air bubbles when swimming underwater. How something like that can still manage to catch people off guard to this day is phenomenal. Yes, we are at that stage in the list where if you do something like this, you really do officially screw up. And if you happen to be around friends that witness your shameful display, you're probably gonna hear something along the lines of this.
Did you just? Wow. Just? Wow. How?
At that point, don't bother with excuses, just embrace it. Minecraft may not have the most realistic game physics, but I think we all know what happens when wood comes into contact with fire. Yes, that sound is what happens, and when there's a lot of wood, you'll be hearing a lot more of it, but not seeing much of anything, as you may be looking at what was once your beloved base that you called home. If a disastrous, uncontrollable fire has spread, you can start to measure the caliber of mistake that's been made as soon as you find out that recovering what still remains is no longer possible. Poorly built fireplaces in wooden houses can be one of the most common causes for enabling an open fire to sweep through homes and forests. This type of mistake really does punish all those affected by the uncontrollable wildfire. It really does take some nerve to take that kind of risk, and if it doesn't pay off, not only have the places you've built and preserved get burnt to nothing, but whoever's to blame is the one who gets burned the most. If you didn't see this one coming, you may not have been playing Minecraft long enough. Anyone who's decided to repeatedly do this before are a brave breed. If there was one single rule for players to follow in this game, it would be to not mine downwards. Words really do fail here to describe the level of goof it requires to muster this forbidden action. Those who dare perform this sacred ritual deep in a cave will summon themselves to an early grave, losing every single item that was held, and a rightful punishment at that. Mining straight down is a disease, one that whispers foolish thoughts into the minds of those who carry out the commonly despised mining technique. Be warned, giving into this quick, easy method of mining will indeed raise the eyebrows of all those who witness the betrayal of basic mining standards. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a tutorial on what not to do in Minecraft, or what to do if you have a death wish. Regardless, I do hope you enjoyed this video, my friends, and do let me know if you have any more suggestions of more top 5s I can go ahead and research and transform into a list. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay happy, stay kind, and until next time, goodbye!